We have to quit. We have to quit. This is our only opportunity to truly change America. We have a leader who is the most important figure when it comes to politics, probably in our history, especially in my history. We have a leader who is not establishment, who actually wants to see things done differently. We have one of the biggest dynasties, the Kennedy dynasty, that actually the gentleman is working on the opposite side, that's wanting to make America healthy again. We have the richest man in the world who was on this side trying to help build a better budget for America. We have countless people in this administration and countless opportunities to change America and its trajectory. And we're not doing that. What we've done is dismantle our own side. What this whole situation with bomb, no bomb, if going to war, no war, dealing with Israel, whatever it may be, it has literally decapitated the right and the conservative movement. Today we're going to discuss that. I mean, do you realize this could be our last stand as conservatives? Let's discuss it. Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Thank you so very much for being here today. If you are new, please go in here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, that's okay, but let us know what you think about today's content. Now, today we're going to dive a little deeper in some of these subjects, and it's really going to just be my opinion and my reaction to this whole situation with the right literally eating its own. I feel like we are literally eating our own. Now, we're going to try to do more lives in the next few days. We're also going to put some more shorts out because I want to make sure that we're getting enough content out, because to be honest with you, we have been completely held down. So please, if you see our content, please click on it. If you haven't seen it by 5:30 or 6 every day, go find it, because to be honest with you, they're not promoting us anymore because we're speaking truth. And today is going to be one of those times where we're going to talk truth about the Republican Party. Now, you know the big situation with Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson. Big interview, big debate. To be honest with you, I thought Tucker was more condescending. I thought Ted Cruz just was a typical politician. They both brought up valid points, and they both really sucked it up in some points too, because they both have alternative purposes in the interview. But what we're seeing, I think, is exactly what we saw with that interview. What we saw with Dave Smith and Ian Carroll and Candace Owens coming from one side and Alex Jones, and then all of a sudden on the other side seeing even the neocons or the extreme interventionists, both sides of that is wrong. I honestly believe that. The crazy thing about this whole situation is that we're still just negotiating. It's amazing the rampant hatred and the rampant ideology that has come out of this, when there has literally been no boots on the ground for Americans. There has literally been no true provocation on the American side. Now, there's been a lot of hearsay. Yes, we have troops there. Yes, we are starting to get ready. But what that could be is just simply signs of negotiation, saying Trump is going to play chicken as long as he has to. Again, I go back and I bring this up, I think, the last 3 or 4 videos. Go back to Trump's last term. What has he proven? Again, we voted for him. Every one of these people that are absolutely losing their mind in the right, from the Tucker Carlsons, the Candace Owens, to Leo, the neocon, conservatives, both sides voted for him, but both sides are not trusting him to do the job. It's amazing how we see a track record of him not putting us in wars, him literally doing what he did with Soleimani, him doing what he did with IS, him doing what he did with the Houthis, and we're not in forever wars. We don't have troops on the ground like we would probably have had if Harris was there for Russia-Ukraine. So literally, why are we not trusting him with this situation? I'll tell you why. Because the hatred of Netanyahu from what I consider the woke right. Now, I know people want to say, don't throw those terms around. I agree. I think they're stupid. But what we saw is we have such a diversified group of individuals coming together to support Trump that now when some little issue happens and hiccup happens, everybody loses their mind and starts infighting. This infighting will be the most destabilizing thing I've seen. You know why? Here's why. What has happened with the infighting? Did you know that John Thune said that I could pass this budget resolution by July 4th, the big beautiful bill? Which again, I'm not for all the big beautiful bill. I'm just saying, You didn't know that, though, because our focus has been elsewhere, right? Did you know that the Senate is wanting to sell millions of acres of land? I actually think it's great to the point of saying that we believe that the government should not be owning as much land as they do. However, who are they selling it to? Who gets first option of that? Big business, big ag, or is it the local Americans that should have the opportunity to buy their own land? But did you know that? No, you probably didn't, because our focus has been on the literal infighting of the Republicans. Do you honestly believe that Trump would literally put a 30-year war in plan right now and put troops on the ground? I don't believe that for 1 millisecond. Now, do I believe that Trump is playing extremely a extreme game of chicken and I think he's going to win it? Yes, I do. If Trump chose to not intervene and let Israel do it, but provide what they need to close down the nuclear situation, and that's that and it's done, then we conquered the goal. And so all the people like the Candace Owens, the Tucker Carlsons, all those people, what are they going to be mad at that point? Are they mad that we don't go into a forever war? Now, on the other side, the interventionists, the John Boltons, the Lindsey Grahams, who's like, man, I mean, like saliva is foaming out of his mouth because he wants to go to war so bad. Those same people will be mad too because they didn't put boots on the ground. But you didn't elect Trump to be either one of those. You elected Trump to lead us for more American prosperity. Is this... here, I'm going to say this. You didn't know about the Soleimani thing. Most people did not know that. It happened and everybody was like, oh my gosh. Did you know Tucker Carlson was one of those ones who said that's going to start World War III? It didn't. It didn't. Why? Because we had a strong leader that proved it. Now that same strong leader is in power. Now, has Trump got all the answers? No. He's not perfect. But my gosh, he's literally in the negotiation stage. If all of a sudden Steve Witkoff comes out tomorrow and says, well, look, we have all the men ready to literally take out the Ayatollah. We're going to take them out. And all of a sudden the Ayatollah says, wait, I come to agreement. We're going to dismantle ourselves, and they blow it up. We conquered every goal, didn't we? What if all of a sudden we took out? What if the Americans took out, like the quote-unquote Nord Stream pipeline? What if all of a sudden America just took out that nuclear mountain that's in Iran? And that's that. Ayatollah gets mad, throws a fit, but ultimately nothing happens. What would we be griping about? I'm just being honest with you. The same people have told you that's America. They put out a promo video yesterday of Trump on a golf course and how they were going to take him out. Is that not provocation? That's provocation, people. But that doesn't mean that we're going to put boots on the ground. But that doesn't mean that we're going to sit over here and just allow it to happen, does it? I think the sad thing about the Republicans infighting is here's what's happening. The Trump conservatives, the Trump populists, the Trump libertarians, the people who voted for Trump has lost their flipping minds. And guess who actually wins in this whole argument? The Democrats and the rhinos in the Republican establishment. Right now, we're sitting, what is this, June 19th. What has Mike Johnson and the Congress done? What has John Thune and the Senate done that's helped conservatist movements and freedom-oriented things? Name it. We hadn't passed one DOJ rescission bill. We've actually done nothing. Have you even heard from Pam Bondi? I mean, what is she doing? What about those files? What about the arrest that supposedly we're going to do? It's June 19th and we're still hadn't done too much of nothing, have we? Well, here's my point. The infighting, the calamity right now, the situation it's destroying the party. You do realize we have a midterm in literally a few months. And yeah, we've got some cleaner ketchup. That's great. We've got some cleaner Skittles. Wonderful. Awesome. We have, arrested like 2 lawmakers and then let them out so they could grandstand. But really, when we come down to it, we realize that the Supreme Court is not really on our side. The activist judicial judges are literally putting more and more out each and every day. And all we're doing is we're worried about Tucker and Ted Cruz fighting over semantics. We're literally... Twitter X and the whole conservative movement is infighting about something that truthfully has not even happened yet. Do you realize this? We are literally fighting about Iran and Israel, and nothing has actually happened yet. And even if it does happen, like the Soleimani thing, what's to say that means it's going to be all out war? I guess what I'm saying is this. We are buying into the narrative of just what the Democrats, liberals, and the establishment wants. Why? Because what we're going to do is look up and we're going to be right at midterms. Nothing got accomplished. Trump's going to lose the Congress, as in the House or the Senate, or both, and then nothing is going to happen for the next 2 years, and basically it was a wash. Do you realize if the richest, most powerful man, which is Elon Musk, and the most influential president, and the most impactful person in politics in the last 50 to 70 years, which is Trump, and one of the biggest families in politics that actually turned against his own party and turned against his own people, Kennedy, who had a massive populist following, along with people like the Dan Bonginos, who had a massive following, along with the people like the Joe Rogans who supported him, along with the Tucker Carlsons who supported him, along with the main influencers of millions upon millions upon millions who supported him, even down to the tech guys, people like Chamath and Ackman and Altman and Ellison and David Sachs. These kind of people who typically would not vote for Republicans are now supporting Trump. All these people together, and nothing gets done. A few little policies here and there, but nothing actually gets done. What you've done is you just gave a massive loss to the conservative movement, and you've gave a massive win to the establishment. Why? Because what you proved is we cannot, even with all this group, we cannot do diddly squat because we can't keep our crap together. Now, I honestly wish something would happen. I wish we'd either have peace, write up a treaty, bomb the crap out of them, solve the issue, or get done with it, because what it's doing is literally destroying the Republican and the conservative movement. See, Republicans suck so bad is that we can't help but want to lose. Have you ever recognized that? Think about our Congress and Senate. They've never actually done anything good. Like, I think Newt Gingrich was like the last really successful Republican side of the aisle congressman and speaker. I mean, am I wrong? Prove me wrong. I mean, were you impressed with John Boehner? Were you impressed with Paul Ryan? Were you impressed with Kevin McCarthy? I mean, have you been impressed with Mitch McConnell? He's been a winner, hasn't he? What a juggernaut. So my point is this. We love to lose because then we love to be on the defense and act like we're stopping bills and stopping doing all this stuff for the American people. In all actuality, we're not doing jack. And so far, even though Trump's done some great executive orders, even though Doge did some wonderful things when we talked about cuts, without Congress and Senate, and with the infighting happening, and with everybody's focus not being on true things in America, what actually happens is this. We lose. We lose. Why do you think I try to be so impactful and say prepping, independence, and understanding to get your crap together? Because what we're seeing is no one is coming to save you. No one is going to do anything to actually help you. We have the most influential 2024, 2025 presidential cabinet and selection that is completely against the establishment, completely against the true conservative, neocon conservative, and truly against the Democratic left wing, and they're literally right in the middle, and we can't get nothing done. We're letting judges rule over us, we're letting infighting hurt us, we're letting other countries rule us, nothing is getting done. Everybody's focus today has been on the debates and situation with Netanyahu, the debates with Tucker Carlson, and what is Christianity? Is it dispensationalism? Is it covenant theology? We're fighting about the semantics of everything. And as a Christian, I believe in supporting Israel. I don't care if you believe that or not. Does that mean that's why we should do everything Israel says? No, I didn't say that. Do you think Trump believes that? No. If Trump truly was bought and paid for, don't you think he'd already put troops on the ground by any of these people? No, he hasn't. So therefore, he's probably thinking for himself. What he's doing is playing chicken. And here's the thing, though. I honestly wish he'd come out and say everybody needs to just calm the flip down. I mean, he just needs to bring out and say, look, I'm going to bring all y'all together. We're going to have a roundtable meeting with, the Tucker Carlsons, the Candace Owensons, the neocons, and we're going to say this. Nobody voted for any of y'all. Everybody voted for me. I wish he'd get completely selfish and narcissistic just for a minute. And I'm talking about let every conservative influencer know he's the president. And so far, nothing's happened. Everybody wants the clicks, everybody wants to yell, everybody wants to rip and rare, but ultimately nothing has taken place that everybody's fighting over. We get in the discussion again about religion or what. The bottom line is Iran doesn't like us. If there's a chance to take out their nuclear stuff, we should. End it. Be done with it. And then knock it out, finish it up, get out. What happens is not our business. The rest is up to Iranian people. They don't like their leadership. If you dismantle their power and then you cause a vacuum for bad leadership, then we'll deal with it at that point. But the bottom line is, if people keep saying death to America, death to America, death to America, and literally put out videos of propaganda, Iran came out and said that we should get ready. Americans should get ready to have 50,000 coffins made for its people. And then they show a quote-unquote propaganda video of Trump on the golf course and then someone taking him out. And we believe that that's just normal protocol. That's okay, no big deal. No, that's a pretty big deal. So if that's the case, and you have a chance to take them out, and you have an ally who's willing to do it, and really all they want is one aircraft with one kind of bomb on it, and that's all you've got to give, when these same people have given hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine, I laugh. Go back and look. Here's my favorite thing. Since the time that Israel became a state, look at the money we've spent to them. You're like, oh my gosh, it's like $300 or $400 billion. Okay. Now let's talk about how much you spent in Ukraine in the last 4 years, and nothing has been successful. At least with Israel, there's success there. We have some of the best intelligence in the Middle East. Nobody wants to give credit to it, but that is because of Israel, the biggest ally. You know what's so funny? Saudi Arabia and Jordan both, they want to play this double man game where they're like, well, Israel shouldn't do anything to Iran. But to be honest with you, both have already stated that Iran needs to lose power. They've actually given Israel rights to do some flying over their land, huh? I mean, that's kind of funny, huh? The Gaza situation? Egypt literally just shut down people coming in from Gaza because they don't want them there, because of the problems they bring. So when you talk about all this, see, that's the part that the people like the Candace Owens and all that, they miss. At the same time, that's the part where the neocons like Lindsey Graham want to just attack and blow it all up, smithereens. We're neither of that. But because our party has grown so much, we've lost we actually lost our way. But there's one common factor, is that we supposedly all voted for Trump to support it. I mean, you've got literally people on both sides of that situation that are like yelling that they're not going to support Trump anymore, and Trump has literally not done anything yet. It's not even escalated to an American situation. I hope that it comes to an end this week. I hope that whatever Trump does, he does it this week. And here's why. Because if we don't fix this splinter in the Republican Party, we will not win another election. And not only will we not win another election, we will never have a true populist leader in the White House ever again, or in Congress ever again, unless a reset happens in America. I'm talking about complete dismantling. Why? Because we have got the most consequential cabinet we've ever had in politics. The most thought-provoking, wisest, richest, most powerful men in this White House than we've ever had. Even down to where, I love how people get mad and they're like, the oligarchy's leading America. The billionaires are leading America. You do realize Trump's cabinet has got more billionaires than any other time in history, and they still can't do anything. So what that proves to you is the billionaires are not actually the ruling class. It's the establishment and the rhinos and the left and the McConnells, the Cornyn's on the right side, and then it's the left is going to be people like the Schiffs and things like that, and the Pelosi's. Bottom line is, they're the ones that's winning on this whole debacle. They're the ones sitting over there cashing in, smiling big, because we're literally dismantling ourselves. if we don't do something in the next few weeks and months and actually start showing solutions to some of these problems and actually getting the W's versus the losses, we will never win another election and have a leader that's as good as what we have right now. We may get somebody like a Mitt Romney. We may get someone like a McConnell or a Thune or a Crenshaw with the R behind their name as the leader. But are we going to see change? No, we're going to see status quo. This is the time for change. And I'll be honest with you, if we don't play our cards right, it's over. It is literally over. This is the end game for conservatism. And here's what I'd say. As a Christian conservative who loves freedom, who raises his own food, who wants as much independence as possible, you honestly believe this administration is against you more than any other administration? Like Alex Jones and Candace Owens and all them are coming out literally, and Dave Smith coming out against Trump. It's like, your alternative was Kamala? You spent years bashing Biden and Kamala, and just because Trump doesn't just outright dismantle Netanyahu, you're going to turn against him? It makes no sense. What I've realized is this. You can't trust any of these people, man. From the politicians to the influencers. I tell you all the time, anytime I bring you stories, I mean, I love that you listen to me, but to be honest with you, you still need to do the research. I'm not lying to you, but I do have a Christian conservative biases. I'm very honest with that. If you don't have a Christian conservative biases, then you may want to research the issue yourself. But I do believe this, and most of us would probably say this. This is the time. If we don't fix it, it's over. We might as well quit. It's quitting time, guys. That's not a pessimist thought pattern. That's a realist thought pattern. You want another Bush? By gosh, you can have them, because that's what you're going to get if this administration doesn't do something. Mike Johnson, Jonathan, you think they're bad? You wait till they don't have someone like Trump that's actually leading them. You will get nothing passed. We're sitting here June 19th. And honestly, what solutions has the AG's office done? What solutions has the Congress done? What solutions has the Senate done? None. Trump has put out tons of executive orders. He's done as much as he possibly could. He actually has not even really done anything with this Israel situation that everybody's mad about him about. I think we just need to calm down. We probably need to all shut our mouths. Truthfully, I think Trump needs to handle the situation. He needs to bring in the biggest and boldest players when it comes to influencing and politicians. Put them around a table together, closed door meeting, no cameras, no nothing, and say, we're going to stay here until we get a game plan. You need to understand where I'm coming from. Now, that doesn't mean he has to give them secrets. I'm not saying that. But he needs to say, trust the plan. I have a plan. If we don't do this, we might as well quit it all and just fend for ourselves and hope for the best and never look at politics ever again, because you're not going to win anymore. Now, that's not coming from a heart of pessimism. That's coming from a heart of care and consideration. And I love my children. I have 6 kids. And hopefully one day I'll have grandkids. And hopefully one day I'll have a legacy. But if we're not careful, I mean, the cities are literally burning down. The states are literally working for the opposition more than they're working for the Americans. And conservatives are infighting while nothing's getting done. That's the thing that worries me the most. Can we fix it? Yep, we can. But you have a midterm coming up. And you know good as well, you know, if we didn't get anything done in the first 150 days when Congress and Senate was on top of its game, you think we're going to get something done just a few days or weeks before a midterm? No. Something's going to happen now. The time is now. If Trump doesn't do it, you can hang it up. Guys, let me know your thoughts on today's video. It was just more of a, I don't know if I'd call it a rant. It's just a very personal reaction to this whole situation. That we're literally imploding. Now, am I saying imploding, saying that we can't come back from it? No, I'm not saying that. I am saying this, though. If we stay at this trajectory, we're all running as hard as we can up a mountain to literally every one of us just to dive off. I mean, that's exactly what we're doing. There's plenty of time to stop. I thought Trump's comment yesterday, he said, it's never too late for Iran. It's never too late until it's too late. I thought that was probably one of the wisest things he ever said. You know why? Because it wasn't misspeak. It was the truth. It's not too late. Just like when I tell you to prepare and buy things. It's not because it's too late. But it may be too late when you try to buy it. It may be too late when you try to prepare. It may be too late for Iran to bring it back if all of a sudden they just keep on kicking the can down the road. If Trump all of a sudden takes them out, they take them out. Then it will be too late, won't it? We've got to get our crap together. And again, I'm not in Trump's inner workings. I'm not even a big influencer. I'm nothing like these people. But here's what I would, if I was advising the president, I'd say I would bring in the biggest, 15 right-wing podcasters. The biggest. And they don't have to be conservative. I mean, they could be the Charlie Kirks, of course, but they could be the Candace Owens, and they could be like the libertarians too. Then I'd bring the biggest names in journalism and politics, which is the insiders. And we would talk and hash it out. And we would stop this infighting now. Because if we don't, again, we are allowing our enemy to win. And that's what I don't want to see. Guys, let me know your thoughts on today's video. You thought Obama and Biden was bad? You let Trump go out of this term with no wins, and the fact that the activist judges did what they wanted to do really with the Republican conservative leadership, you'll never see a conservative back winning again. Let me know your thoughts. God bless.